Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our political conversation. And today we are going to have a political conversation about William Samuel Ruto politics and how his politics is impacting the world. Because currently, President William Samuel Ruto is being seen as a Pan-African person. And also, he has been recognized internationally. And that means that President William Samuel Ruto is seen as an international person. That is actually what we are going to have as a political conversation this evening. But before we dive in and have that discussion, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like. Share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And once you subscribe to our YouTube channel, I could always request you to hit the notification bell, because that will enable YouTube to give you a notification whenever we upload the political content into YouTube. And now, let us go back to the discussion of the day. William Samuel Ruto is seen as a Pan-Africanist. He is also seen as an international person. That is why currently he is recognized internationally. President William Samuel Ruto made this to happen from the time when he was inaugurated as the President of the Republic of Kenya. And from that point, the activities that President William Samuel Ruto has been involving himself from has made him to be perceived as first a Pan-Africanist person, secondly as an international person, because internationally President William Samuel Ruto is currently rated highly. And now let us see why President William Samuel Ruto is being viewed as a Pan-Africanist. President William Samuel Ruto has always been seen since he captured presidency as a Pan-Africanist, because he has rallied within Africa that African nations need to be united. They need to have one voice so that they can go to the international community having one voice, which will help them to bargain in the international community. President William Samuel Ruto currently went around Africa and he was telling African leaders that it is time that we must make Africa to be borderless. We must make Africa that the movement of Africans should be freely, so that they can do trade without any barriers. Because he had told the African leaders that these barriers which we have currently, they were put there by our colonial masters so that they can make us not to go anywhere, so that we can remain poor, so that they can always use us for their economical gain. President William Samuel Ruto has also come up with an idea that in Africa, we should actually have one currency, so that whenever we do business, it will be very easy for us to trade. And that has made President William Samuel Ruto to be seen as an Africanist. And he has been equated to Muhammad Gaddafi, who was actually telling African nations that they should be united. We should have one big united Africa, United State of Africa. And President William Samuel Ruto has actually come up with the same idea that Muammar Gaddafi had before he was killed by the Western world. Also, President William Samuel Ruto has actually emerged to be an international person because he is the first president to raise and say enough is enough. He has told the international community that it is time for Africa to be treated equally internationally. And that's why President William Samuel Ruto has said that we need to reform World Bank, we need to reform IMF so that they can be facilities which will help the entire world. That whenever you want to finance your country, you can go and get loans from World Bank or IMF in an equal measure across the world. Because as currently it is, Africa is put in one corner as a war-stricken continent, as a poverty-related continent. And whenever you are given a loan, they give you a loan with exorbitant interest, unlike the Western world. If the Western world or Western countries go to IMF or World Bank to get a loan, it gets a loan at a very small cost, which is nearly 1%. But if an African nation goes to World Bank, it gets at a higher percent, which is actually should not be the case. So William Samuel Ruto has actually championed the reforms of international financing bodies. And that has actually made William Samuel Ruto to be seen as an international person. I don't know what's your take about all this. And even recently, President Joe Biden actually has praised William Samuel Ruto because he is doing much to the international community. He is brokering peace in the international community. So President William Samuel Ruto is actually talking to the voiceless in the world, to the voiceless countries. And he is even saying that UN should be restructured. Africa, we must have 2 permanent membership in the UN as a body. Because Africa is a very big or a very huge continent with 4 to 8 billion people. And that means it deserves to be given 2 permanent membership seat in the UN. I don't know what's your take about William Samuel Ruto politics and how it is impacting the world. Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, please take a minute or 2, subscribe to this YouTube channel, give this video thumbs up, share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, then request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, whenever you subscribe to this YouTube channel, always make sure to smash the bell button, because once you smash the bell button, you give YouTube an okay so that it can send you a notification whenever we come up with any political content. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you abundantly, because you always give us that inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of analysis. And with that, I say thank you until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye.